Hey, hey, beautiful souls. Happy Freebie Friday. Welcome to Freebie Friday, where me, your host, lisalyle, sits here with you for as long as there's engagement, and I pull some cards and bring forth some messages for you. So, with all that being said, how y'all doing? How's everyone doing? I'm feeling like refreshed. I didn't intend on spending this day sliding around on my butt and my hands and knees, washing floors and washing walls and all of that. And yet, that is exactly the medicine this girl needed. So, gonna light some sage and just clear the space between our hearts as we begin to connect tonight. And supporting our ability really to release what is no longer needed. I'm just going to put this by the window. To release what is no longer needed as we move forward on our journey of love. And that's the deck that we're going to be working with tonight. It was strong guidance that this was the deck to be used. And as I brought the deck out, this was on the bottom. And for those of you who were here yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, I shared about the drive to work when the message I was receiving that is that in order for us to show up for the inner child, we must soften. And that's number 47, which comes to 11. So it looks, hey, Kiva, welcome, sis. Happy Friday. It's Saturday night in my world, and it feels so great to be in a fresh, clean space. I got lucky today at the grocery store and bought myself 4 little plants for $16, which made 2 nice size new hanging additions to the home space. So now we're at 53 plants. So at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our lightening up at this time. Our lightening up in life, lighting up. So, Kiva, how was your week? What's going on? What's crack-a-lackin'? Yeah, there was a bit of I don't know, today's energy was really about getting things done. And there was not an urgency. Well, I guess a little bit of an urgency to clear space, to rearrange things. Shifting energy. And so that's where we really, do great work. Look at this. Because it almost feels like, soul family reunions are on the horizon. It's a number 36 and comes to a 9. The hermit energy. It's like the hermit coming out. And look at this. Soul love and soul family. And as we move deeper into Scorpio season, there is a reunion energy. There is a coming together of sorts, a reestablishing of sacred connections, allowing ourselves, for ourselves, it's about allowing through the process of softening, which guides our transformation. Through that process, we arrive at the stage of welcoming reunion via our own path of forgiveness. This is 36 and 33, so 9 and 6. Lots of 3 energy, co-creating with the divine. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Continuing to nurture our seeds of faith, even in when we don't see in front of our face what it is we feel deep within. Scorpio season's about moving more deeply into connection through the feeling experience. Yesterday, I pulled a card for myself from this same deck, which is the Secret Language of Light. And it was the transformation card. And transformation is the energetic of Scorpio, the death and rebirth. And normally, Scorpio is represented by the death card. Here in this deck, it's number 19, which represents the sun energy, the happiest card we can get. And so it's almost like this gentle luring of the soul, the gentle call of love that calls us home. And when we've reestablished connection to home, we are perhaps tempted, perhaps coaxed and encouraged to move into the rebirth, right? The death and the rebirth, it takes place within the same space. And it's within the space between that we are gifted grace. So I hope that makes sense. That feels really beautiful. And this is really the softening is what brings together the reunion, is what brings together the deeper connection through the feeling experience as one who is deeply rooted, deeply seated in the essence of unconditional love, soul love. And we are transformed by the journey home to our hearts, to the soul love within ourselves and our experience, where all other love, it's how we're able to connect with the other as love. Intense energy, feeling psychic attacks. Yeah. And you want to know psychic attacks, like when we hear that, it's not like someone is intentionally, that may be the case. Maybe there's some, black magic at play, this kind of stuff. It doesn't feel like it's that intentional. What it feels like is like what the psychic attacks these days feel like is the energy of, it's the opposite of love. It's the comparison, it's the competition, it's, the envy. It's like the 7 deadly sins. Perhaps people see our glow up. Perhaps people see us changing. We've reset. We've flipped the script. We are now more deeply the embodiment of the divine truth that we feel deep within our bones. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. And it's to the heart we each must return. So when we're feeling these energies perhaps coming towards us or whatever, it's really important for us as responsible energetic signatures, responsible energetic beings. It's so important for us to oh wow, well that's not okay. So Kiva's seeing the person in her dream, so we'll touch on that in a moment. For those of us who may just be feeling it, it's just really important to continue to boundaries, right? Boundary setting is self-love. Kiva, what I'm feeling, and that's interesting because um, I had an experience yesterday morning just before waking of the energetic of the divine counterpart in a dream. I'm not even sure if it was a dream. It kind of felt like, look at this, it kind of felt like a visitation. Shakti, divine feminine energy. 19 again. Can we continue to fortify? So with and then underneath the Shakti is the simplicity. Perhaps love simply is black and white. What you see is what you get, maybe. So Kiva, just give me a second here. I want to feel into that, because what I'm really feeling with that is that this is an opportunity for you prior to retiring for the day. First of all, cleansing your space, and perhaps doing that, like however that looks for you. Maybe smudging it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So using your tools, your power, because you, using your tools and power, because you are a divine force field of love in this world. And so clearing your home space and then working with your tools, working with your higher self to not allow interference in the dream state. Enacting your power is what I heard. Enacting your power, because your love is far more, our love is far more powerful than any those who operate from a space of fear, from a space of ill intent. That's not it. 1331 there, the balance of the masculine and feminine, the counterpart. And so perhaps there is a call for you to call on your counterpart in the spiritual realms to help you, the yin and the yang energy. Like the emperor and the empress are always seeking one another out. To the other, there is no other. And so, cleanse before sleep, call on your spiritual team, first and foremost, God, Source, who loves you unconditionally, Archangel Michael, to watch over you in the space in which you sleep and take care of those. And perhaps it's almost like placing mirrors all around yourself, not necessarily, but imagining a protective sphere that's mirrors facing external. So, and the light, did you just see that light there? So that everything is returned to sender with love, with unconditional love. This is our superpower, right? Our love is our power. All day I've been hearing the song. I don't know who it is. Is it Tim McGraw and Faith Hill? It's the song "It's Your Love." I don't want to sing it because it's so romantic, but like all day as I'm on my hands and knees and sliding around on my butt, washing floors, this song is like going through. And then, in the background, I had when I was on my feet, I had the chant for prosperity and happiness, and of course dancing around. So again, this speaks to our power. Can we continue to nurture faith when faith is really um, nurturing our connection with the unseen. Man, I had patience before, and faith, not even patience, faith before in all good things for me. Um, and I really, this entire year of 2025 it's been like a leveling up year, like a growing up. I thought I was so spiritually evolved. I would venture to say that the spiritual awakening or the spiritual expansion that has taken place in the last 11 months or so in my life has been beyond anything that had previously been experienced. And, like it's a rather humbling experience. It's lovely. It's the softening. It's the softening, right? It's a lovely space to be when we are cultivating and continue to cultivate the essence of love that we are, the soul love that we are, each and every one of us, as we return home to our heart. And that's the welcoming. And it was last November 29th, that really was the beginning for me of this deeper phase, if you will. Perhaps the phase that um, guided me even deeper into my own heart and the emotional experience and emotional healing and growing up and all of it. Um, and yet, the knowing from within the heart that beats in me has never wavered in that time. It's been what I've had to do. And so it's the same for all of us when we are consciously evolving or actively taking part via the journey of self-love and healing our heart. It may feel, awfully hermity. And remember, at the beginning of this year, we did say that the hermit was going to open their lantern and let their light out. And we've done that. So I feel like really guided to say to all of us, well done. We did not bow down. We remembered that we are sacred ground. And it's really simple. And yet, remember, the treasure hunt. We get all these clues on how to get to the treasure, and the treasure map always says X marks the spot. 1919 there. X marks the spot. The sunshine that beats as your heart, the love that beats as your heart. That's that's the greatest reward of all. And I won't sing Whitney. I won't do it. I have done it here before, but I won't do it. The greatest love of all, it's happening to me inside of us. And Scorpio season feels like almost like I'm feeling like a big explosion. Like we've had 4 of the sun energy show up here in this less than 20 minutes we've been connected tonight. And that is like happy, happy, joy, joy. And that doesn't mean like we're delusional or deluded and you know life's not going to happen. There may not be something that comes along. There likely will be that knocks us off kilter. And yet many things have come along before that have knocked us off kilter. And I just heard, you are a stronger filter. So what has grown through the transformation of soul love, of the journey of softening, is your ability to discern what is right and true for you. And what may be right and true for you may not, resonate as right and true for another. And yet you and I, we are the ones who are here to restore righteousness to all things through our journey home to ourself, to our heart, 2112 there, loving ourselves. And then if we're really lucky, perhaps we'll have an opportunity in this lifetime to restore righteousness through union, through connection, reverence, respect, honor, play, sunshine energy, play, joy, touch, dance, singing, all of that. I mean, ultimately, I don't know about you, that's the dream. That's the dream that's always been. And there's been attempts previously for that experience, and yet there wasn't the self-awareness. There wasn't the healing. Ultimately, there wasn't the healing. And now, after all the healing, we're here back at the simplicity of things. What is it? Hands and knees, washing floors today. Two new plants hanging in the home space. Clean floor, clean space, fresh sheets on the bed. That is, those simple things are the big things. Like, I can't wait to get in my bed. When I'm done here tonight, I'm going to bed because it's all set up like a little healing chamber again. And some plants have moved around and an orchid came into the room. So yeah, it's a new grid was made in there. So what can we do? And Kiva, I think this is, for you as well. It's like creating the space. You are the spaces between the worlds. The spaces between the words. So there's a message here. It's like, again, it's about that discernment energy. Can we, like, there's a time and place for words, and then there's just a time and place for actions, because actions speak so much louder than words, particularly when it comes to energetic connections. We don't have to speak to anyone to feel the energy, right? And so this is about us remembering the power that we bring to the table, the situation, the space that we're in. And it's important for us this is again 24, we always get that 6 energy, which not only is it the lovers and the choice point, it is also the house of Virgo, the path of service. What we're here to do, we are here to rediscover or uncover the essence of unconditional love that lives as divine truth in me and you and I, in all of us. It's funny today, again, I took the big dog for his second walk this evening. And when I came back, it must have been like Just before I walked in the apartment, the cat, Tristan, spilt a full mason jar. You'd think I'd learn to put a lid on. It's been decades. I still haven't learned to put a lid on. Sometimes I do. But more often than not, I don't. Came in a full mason jar of water all over my floor again. And this is really speaking about the cleansing effect of us allowing ourselves to feel the depth of our emotional water and to bring balance. I'm just looking, did I are my eyebrows looking orange here? I put some shea butter on my face. Look like Rudolph. Not Rudolph, geez, a clown. Rudolph. Well, maybe I look like Rudolph too. I don't know. My face is looking pretty red here. Um, so with the water spilling again, water, Scorpio, water, depth of emotional connection, we must experience that depth of emotional connection within ourselves first. And we must give ourselves grace and space and permission to experience it. If we, like, I mean, again, not everybody wants that experience. If we really want the experience of connection, of divine love, of friendship, of partnership, whatever it may be, we must be willing to dive to the depths of our emotions and allowing ourselves to feel everything we feel, even when it's uncomfortable, and maybe perhaps especially when it's uncomfortable. This is how we grow. And this is how we reignite the life force energy within us, the soul fire. Shakti, the divine feminine, rising, dancing, singing, playing, co creating with the divine, that faithful dance with the divine, that faithful dance of paying attention and acknowledging and perhaps being delighted by the spiritual signs, the symbols, the synchronicities we're seeing, being delighted by the simple things. When we hear the call to get down on our hands and knees and clean the floors in our space, let us do it. You know, the space feels much more light here tonight. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's like a job well done. Well done, Lisa. Well done. Yay. All right. So now, with all that being said, I hope something there resonates. I mean, it's the energetics that we're all in. And I guess if you're here tuning in, there is something here that resonates. It's the frequency. So we each have our unique frequency, and yet there are those of us who vibrate similarly, which is why we may recognize one another. It's the case with like the twin flame energetic, the magnets of the same frequency come together and repel. You know, until they harmonize, right? That space between the magnets, that space between the words, the space between the thoughts, the space between the breath. There's all this space, wide open spaces for us to explore and co-create within. So if you're here and subscribed and you'd like me to pull a card or two for you, let me know. It's 9:42 now. As I said, I'll stay live as long as there's engagement here. And when the engagement, awesome, Kiva. When the engagement is no longer, then we carry on. We carry on our wayward, sunshiny way. That I love that. That just feels so sun energy, but it's like the master's path, right? Like, I don't know. All right, Kiva. Hey, Zach, welcome, brother. Welcome. Space Between Davi. Dave Matthews Band. Beautiful song. Okay. I can't say I know much Dave Matthews, whatever would have been on the radio, but he said and did some things during the time of the, the mass hysteria with the bug flying around the planet, that I didn't like the energy. I'll listen to the song though. Music's always one thing. Okay, so Kiva, here we go. Kiva. Any messages for Kiva? Anything she needs to know? Well, what you need to know has already been said. Towering magnificence. And, that's the power of your light. That's the power of your love. And, it's really, it's like stepping into the Empress energy, stepping into the High Priestess, and trusting your intuition without fail, taking the action that's required of you to create a safe space for you to rest and to receive from the divine while you sleep, the healing you need, the guidance you need, the dreams. We don't need these pesky little buggers interfering. And this week has been an energy of, there has been an opportunity to exert our power, to stand in our power. And once again, well done, Lisa. I did so beautifully. And I trust that Kiva, you will do the same for that energy that's, appearing in the dream space. That's just speaking of the need to call in your team. And we forget about that sometimes, right? Because we don't wish harm or ill upon anyone. So it's hard to imagine that there are those who do. And yet we don't have to walk too far out in the world to see this energy. What I'm also feeling with this, Kiva, is there may be during the upcoming week or, sometime within Scorpio season, a bit of an emotional outpouring. I'm feeling like an emotional tower moment. You're welcome. Sorry. um, and all I'm hearing and feeling with this is just allow yourself to feel it. It's like it's almost, I'm seeing the energy of like a volcano, or is it a volcano? Those things, those water spouts, like what goes down must come up. So maybe it's a whale breaching the surface, or perhaps the dolphin playfully breaching the surface. There is something about a depth of emotion, and actually it does feel very whimsical and childlike here with these golden and white puffy, what I'm feeling as clouds. So allow yourself, allow the child within you, that child that is always, and this is a 3 again, um, allow the child that lives within you, that's always seeking to co-create with the divine, allow that child to guide you, and allow yourself to soften in the process, continue to soften. As you reestablish a more finely tuned connection with your higher self. Allow yourself to be wowed. Continue to honor the divine truth within you. You're always receiving clues, and you are a powerful lighthouse. You are a magnificent tree of life, a beautiful, whatever you want to call yourself, a beautiful work of art, a beautiful piece of sacred geometry. We all are. Let us remember, my ear is just, my right ear is just going crazy. As my ear was going crazy, I was saying, let us remember, we are not here to surrender. And now is not a time to surrender. If you must surrender to anything, surrender to the divine, the love you feel inside, the peace, the calm, the space between hearts, the space between breath, the space between thoughts. The next card you get here, Kiva, is divine animals. Look at that. We've come back out to the lion energy, the lion heart, soul love, soul family, fresh start, transformed in Scorpio season via the sacred journey of death and rebirth. Allow yourself to be reborn. Because sometimes we can get caught up in the mire and muck of the death process, right? No, 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 no. We are not doing that anymore. We are being transformed, and we are standing courageously, confidently, proudly, not prideful, proudly, of how far we have come, how much we have grown, and all because of that sacred journey we took home to our beautiful heart. Yeah, focus on the rebirth. Focus on the rebirth. So let's see. I do believe I brought, let's see what the little piece of prose or poetry is here for that card. Anyone else here who would like me to pull some cards and tune in to your energy? Let me know. All I ask to balance the exchange is that you subscribe to the channel, and engage here during the live stream. And I'll be here as long as there are people here. Okay, so Kiva, the message or the piece of prose here is mighty sentinels connecting heaven and earth. Oh my gosh. This is how powerful we all are. Let us not, we're not here to surrender. Well, that's interesting. We're not here to give up on ourselves. We're not here to give up on our dreams. We're not here to bypass the work that is ours to do. We are here to continue to surrender to the will of the divine, and via acts of self-love, act accordingly. Be a responsible spiritual, be a responsible, shining example of the essence of soul, divine love in form. So let's start that again. Mighty sentinels connecting heaven and earth, wisdom of the ancients waiting for those who listen in the quiet. It's accessible to all of us. And so Kiva, as you retire for the day, it feels like tune in to the energetic hygiene of your space in which you're sleeping. And hey, Colleen. And thank you, Kiva, so much for allowing me to connect with you tonight. And I hope those messages resonate. Oh, you're really feeling the message. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, we're not here to surrender and give up, because to give up is to give up on ourselves, right? And we see it happens rather frequently. All of us here at some point in time, I'm sure, thought we were going to give up on ourselves, and yet we didn't. We're still here shining magnificently, I might add. Okay, so anyone who wants cards, let me know and hit that little thumbs up button. Okay, so JD, hey, welcome, Jen. Good to see you, sis. Nice to have you here tonight. It's been pretty quiet here the last few weeks. I was about to give up, throw the towel in, and then even today I wasn't sure I was going to come. Actually, yesterday I wasn't sure I was going to come today. Yes, all day I knew I was coming here, because that's what we're meant to do, what I'm meant to do. Okay, so Jen, you're up next. Nice to have you here. Yay. All right, Jen. Messages, guidance, love, support for Jen's greatest and highest good. Messages for Jen. No, hey, my sister's in the house. Leanne, hey, welcome. Look, it's the same message again. The spaces between the words. So perhaps Jen here, like it's a 6 energy. So 6 is again about the choice. The choice for what? Love. It's always the choice for love, loving ourselves more. And it's almost what I'm feeling here as I connect with the card is it's like, what are the words that you're telling yourself? And then what goes on after the words have been said? What it's almost like, what kind of ripple effect do the words you say to yourself have? As well, what kind of ripple effect do the words you don't say to others have? So I'm going to get another card. They said the bottom card. Look at that. Shakti. So again, it's like there's this component of self-care that's so critical. Shakti is the divine feminine essence. It's the fire in your belly. It's the passion. It's the groundedness, the connection you feel to the earth and the people within it. As well, it's about perhaps there's a feeling that your inner fire has been dampened. And if that's the case, Jen, I would venture to say that perhaps it's your thoughts around people, places, things, situations, the unfolding, whatever it may be, that is creating this dampened energy. And the message here is to get up and dance, shake it off, get things moving, and perhaps see if you can quiet your thoughts consciously. So, in the moment when a thought's coming up, being aware that the thought exists, allowing it to exist and move along, and shifting to a more perhaps optimistic or positive thought. Something about solar plexus and root chakra. And now we're in the northern hemisphere, we're transitioning to much shorter days and cooler days and nights, less sunshine. And so it can be hard for us to find our balance, particularly as we move more deeply into autumn, to the balance, right, of the need for nature to ground and support us, and then our willingness or eagerness to get out there and enjoy it. There's only light. There's a lot of recurring numbers here tonight. And 3 is the Empress energy. It's the divine feminine essence. Shakti, the divine feminine essence. 3, co-creation. Feminine, masculine, child, mother, father, God, however you want to look at that, the trine energy. So what's coming through is, are you nurturing all components of you, mind, body, and spirit, Jen? And yes, there definitely is at least a feeling that there's a call for you to be kinder to yourself. So honor that. Thank you for honoring that call. Meditation will be meditation, and it could be moving meditation. Perhaps it's dancing, putting on some, sacred chants or some of your favorite music and dancing around, just clearing space so that you can reestablish connection. thoughts, all that sacral energy there, all the golden, reestablish connection to not sacral, solar plexus, to your own soul love, the home that's always beat within. You are undergoing a joyful transformation. It may not feel joyful in the moment, but I trust, believe me, trust me, at some point in time on the other side of this transformation, as the rebirth takes place, you will understand, at least on, this is going to be ridiculous. You will understand in some unexplainable way that it was all meant to happen exactly as it happened. And your primary focus and your primary task, if you will, each and every day is to show up and care for yourself and become mindful of, in particular, I'm feeling self-talk in this one. So let's see what the little piece of prose is here. Okay, so the space between the words, this is the piece of prose. Birthday, the eastern rise of time, on newborn wings, bursts out across the lifeless crowd. The signs, no, and sings its climb to heights unknown, of beauty, warmth, and power upon its throne, to fade again in western sky, only to fade again in western sky, and only for a moment lie before it takes its course again to breathe once more in heart of man. That's beautiful. And that's really saying, I'm really feeling like there's a need for all of us. And it was already said here how the days are getting shorter here now. If you're in the South, longer. But like honoring the cyclical nature of things, with the rising and setting of sun, not the artificial timeline that has been seeded in the 9 to 5, punch the clock, whatever it is, right? So let's see what Shakti says, because we didn't read that before. So let's see what the piece of prose for that card is. It's a bigger one. Here's the message. I have watched you hurting and felt helpless to make life better for you. Loving you is having to make choices to let you be who you are, who you became, and all the while, and all the who's yet to come. To love you is to ride the waves of your passionate embrace of life, ever mindful of the change in the wind and the occasional tempest brewing. And that would be that energy of surrendering, like giving up on ourselves. We're not here for that. We're not here for that devil energy. We see that and we mirror the devil by living our best life, right? Honoring the higher call for the experience of soul love. And that journey always begins within. Loving you is having to make choices, knowing it isn't my fault. I can still choose to take it personally or just be, while I listen and watch you unfold. Your heart is a beauty I will always love. It is a part of you that hasn't changed much over time. When I lie beside you, and the dogs, I don't know. That just made me laugh. Sorry. When I lie beside you and hear you breathe, excuse me, again, I don't know why. When I lie beside you and hear you breathe, when I touch your skin or caress your hair, you are timeless and I choose loving you. And that's really like a message from our higher selves to ourselves, right? Yeah, so beautiful. So, Jen, I trust that those messages resonate. Thanks so much for showing up here tonight. Gosh, it's great to be in your energy again, Jen. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. So, anyone else here for cards? Colleen, you're up next. Colleen's up next. Okay, Colleen, good to see you. How are you doing? How are you settling into the new space? You feeling at home and cozy? Good, JD. I'm Jen. I'm so grateful. Awesome. You're very welcome. Colleen, how are you settling into the temple? How are you settling into the new nest? This is 59, which 5 plus 9 is 14, which is the temperance card. And the archangel, some say Michael, some say Gabriel. In the either way, it feels like, I actually feel like, Colleen, I asked you how you were settling in, and it feels like you are being guided to acknowledge and take some time to really appreciate just the transformation and how far you have traveled, how much you have overcome in 2025. And it's like, now that you have landed in a new home space. Hey, Gina, welcome. It was Gina's birthday this week, everyone. Happy day you were born, Gina. Looking forward to hanging out tomorrow. Breaking bread. We like to eat. So this is about the trusting in, I guess, going back to the past year, Colleen, or less than a year, the unfolding of the divine's plan in your life. And you may have, behind the scenes, moment to moment, you may have shown up here once or twice unsure. And yet I don't actually even believe you did show up here once or twice unsure. You were always so positive and optimistic about the desired, an optimal outcome for you. And so this feels like a congratulatory message, as well as a message of continuing to do the things that light you up from within, like cozy the nest, if you will. First and foremost, though, being sure, I'm hearing being sure to commit to a daily devotional practice that really pays attention or honors your spiritual essence. They're saying the bottom card, the void. The void would be that space between, right? The space between one thought and the next, the space between one word and the next, one breath and the next, one experience and the next. It's in the void where we rediscover the magic of the unknown. So I don't know. I've been a bit giggly this week, and because sometimes, I don't know. It's almost like I hear the things that come out of me, and it's like, yeah, I just find it entertaining. I find it funny. Anyways, it's in the unknown that the things that are unknown become known. Oh my God. So, Colleen, maybe there's someone laughing along. Oh my God. If Leanne's still here, it's like growing up with me, my mom and my sister. Sometimes we just couldn't stop ourselves. Gina knows, like we would be chanting at the end of a meditation session or yoga class or whatever, and we just start laughing. So I'm going to just have some more tea. I'm going to try to get a hold of myself. I don't know. There's just this joyful energy about. Stop. Oh, God. Oh, what's in my cup? Chamomile tea. a wild one. I keep it simple. Chamomile tea, water, some sort of a concoction. Okay, so Colleen, laugh more. Sorry. I gotta step away. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Okay, so Colleen. It happens often. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ah, okay, I think I've got my composure. Okay. So in the void, Colleen, it's like into the void you go to find the answers that flow from the space of the unknown. So it's a four. So this four top. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep going. This is crazy. Okay. So four is structure. And so it feels like the new temple, your new home space, is a space in which you will begin to reestablish a new structure. Like it's a building block to the foundations of life. Don't of life of life that is unknown. Trust the seeds that you have sown. There is a lot of things going on behind the scenes. And I guess what I'm really feeling with the void card um, is like that moon energy, right? The moon is the shadow, what is hidden from us. And so as you continue to cultivate and nurture your sacred essence, your soul's essence, the essence of love in your own life, more will be revealed. What was once unknown will be known. Oh, God. Jeez. Inward revolution. I thought it said inward revelation. Unknown will be revealed from within the experience. Again, it's by making a choice. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Um, Again, it's a 42. That's the choice, right? Like, what are you going to choose? Choose you. Choose to continue to cultivate the essence of love in your life. Perhaps continue to cultivate joy, laughter, silliness in your life. Who couldn't use more silly? I may, well, no, I could still use more silly. There's a lot of silly when it comes to me. I could still use more. But this is really feeling like I was feeling those building block energy, that four energy, the divine masculine. And it feels like in some way, the divine masculine in your experience, in you, it's almost like this new home space is a space in which you are encouraged to soften, encouraged to continue to trust the compass of your heart, to continue to shoot for the stars. And, you know, if you don't get to the right star, you're going to land land amongst them. So, yeah, let's see what the little pieces of prose are here with the temple. And again, I'm just feeling that presence of, and 4 is also my number for the angelic realms. And so you've got the temple card, which is the 14, which is the temperance card, which is the archangels. And so it feels like you got a powerful team there, at your beck and call, is what I just heard. So 59. Okay, so the message here is love should be given as it is received. On this day, I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats from a newborn baby fawn. For I too cry for love, and like the fawn, I cry with the hunger of being alive. And on this day, I cry for the happiness of giving and the warmth of receiving and the softness of your gentle touch. It is moments like these when I smile for the someone who will always care. Okay, and then the void, the message here of the void. Oh, yay! Early happy birthday, 27th of October. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a Scorpio. I remember that. Well, an early happy birthday. Colleen, any special plans? Are you doing anything special? Okay, the message that comes with the void is a coming together, a blending of one, where understanding spans the space between and separation disappears to form anew. Nice. Those are beautiful messages. Colleen, thank you so much for allowing me to connect tonight and read for you, tune into your energy. I trust even the fits of giggles served purpose. You need the tea I'm drinking. Yeah, chamomile, Zach. It's chamomile. President's Choice chamomile tea. It's actually the last tea bag of that one. Oh, Gina, you know I've always got a bag full of giggles and laughs. It's like never ending. It's never ending stream. Okay, so, oh, my sister says all I can say is mom. Yeah. Good luck. I got it, Gina. I turned it around. I'm back on stable ground. Yeah, laugh. Well, Zach, come back again sometime soon. It happens often. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Okay, so anyone else? Was anyone else here looking for some cards? What's in my cup? JD, Bits of Giggles, Gina. Okay, so let me know if anyone else, I don't see anyone. Did anyone else say they wanted a card? You got a laptop? That's so awesome, Colleen. Yeah, a little while. How long ago, Colleen, when you first moved to that place? Colleen saved a man while he was having a heart attack, and he gifted her a laptop. That's so wonderful. Awesome. See, no good deed goes unpaid. Is that a saying? Unrewarded. Okay. Okay, Gina's up. Some birthday messages for Gina for her season of rebirth. Gina. Oh, Zach. Okay, let me, sorry. I don't know how I missed that. It's funny, Gina, because as we connected, Luna has jumped off the couch, run, and she's sitting here now, um, looking at me. And then you get the devotion to the small. And what I'm really feeling about that, it's a 32, which is that 5 energy. Change is uncomfortable. And this really feels, when you look at the card, it's really like the divine feminine cultivating and nurturing the seeds of her dreams and showing up for herself to do that. And this is how we experience the expanded experience of divine love in this life. It doesn't come from someone else coming and pouring into us. It comes from us pouring into ourselves. And then when we're overflowing, two overflowing cups can come together and merge. And yet it is in the details of the day to day. What are the things that you are called to take care of and cultivate on the day to day? And your season of rebirth, reflecting upon what has transpired over the previous year, where you are today, and where you see yourself, your sacred vision for yourself a year, 5 years from now. What can you do in the day to day to cultivate within the space of grace? Sometimes I'm feeling and hearing, it's like sometimes the enormity of the task, or the end result, where we want to be, where we want to go, seems so far off. It seems so hard. It's going to take a lot of work to get there. And yet, if we don't do the work, who's going to do it? No one's going to come and do it for us. I mean, perhaps we can pay someone to come and clean our home. Perhaps we can pay and go and sit on someone's couch, and, perhaps we can pay and go get some medicine that'll help us, whatever. Ultimately, the cultivation of the soul, the experience of the soul, of source, of divine in this experience, is through the day to day. So I feel like this message, Gina, and I just heard, yes, it is black and white in this case. There is no gray. It's black or white. Cultivate self-love or not. Okay, so let's see the secret language of light for Gina. I'm feeling it, like, as I've got my eyes closed here, there is like, it's almost like incoming light through the third eye, but on the right side. So I feel like your guides are trying to get your attention, Gina. I feel like they're trying to get your attention. And it's like, are you paying attention? Okay, just what I'm hearing. I'm not calling you names. I'm hearing like thick skull, bull-headed. And, you're, depends on the time you're born, Libra slash Scorpio, very Libra, about the balance, and, connected with the Taurus, the fixed earth energy, really sinking your roots in, remembering your roots. This is how you remember who you are and come back to your power through your roots. Are you being true to you? Are you doing you? How are you doing, boo? Okay, that was quick. Wow. 32, divine masculine. Look at that. You got 2 32s, 5 5, making it clear that change. And perhaps there is a call for a softening, Gina, into the feminine energy, moving away from the masculine. And that's tricky for a lot of us women, right? Especially if we're single women, it's challenging. It's, because we've got double duty double duty. So this really feels like calling on the support of the divine masculine that loves you unconditionally in the spiritual realms to hold space for you while you reestablish the integration of, or while you reestablish your footing along the path of healing, following the inner flame, which the inner flame supports the transformation into the beautiful flower of light, like the lotus of light. 5, though, that's 2 5s. It's definitely about change, right? It's like, and life is change, right? The seasons have changed now. The leaves are falling, so the trees are changing. 5 1s across the board. Make a wish. You were born for bliss. And yet, in order to experience what it is that we've imagined or dreamt about or visualized for ourselves, we must become the integrated embodiment of that so that we may experience it. How else would we experience it? So, number 32, let's see what this little piece of prose is. I bet it's going to be a good one. They're all good ones. Okay. It's a short one. Here we go. A flower is a poem that tells you the truth of a thought in the fragrance of a dream, as fleeting as a heartbeat, as lasting as a memory. So what I'm feeling with that, it's almost like the imprints on our soul and the imprints on perhaps our psyche that prevents us to get up and go again, giddy up, get moving, forward movement. And forward movement begins with the first step, the first breath, the first conscious act of self-love will reignite the inner fire, the passion, the heart's desire. And I really just feel you're being embraced, surrounded in this circle of love, that of the masculine essence all around you. So, Gina, I love you. And I trust that those messages resonated with you. Thank you so much for letting me connect. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with you tomorrow around noon. Well, before noon, right? Anyways, okay. So, Zarak. You're welcome. Okay. So, Zarak. If anyone else here would like some cards, just let me know you're here. This is Beauty. She is the moon. She's like this. She's like the sun. She's like a dream, is what I'm hearing. Patrick Swayze. Oh, yeah, I know. I was reading the name, Zach. I knew it was you. I'm hearing she's like a dream, that Patrick Squeeze Me song. And this is like, She is the Moon is what it's called. And it's number 21, which is the world energy, new beginning, right? When we get to the world, we go back to the beginning of the hero's journey, which is the Fool. Luna, come here just a sec. Let me get this little dog up. Oh, so I'm feeling that there is a cycle that's completing up. And I'm feeling that the cycle that's completing for you, Zach, is this, um, it's almost like this phase or stage, the ways in which you deny yourself peace. I don't know where that came from, just came in. It's time to give up the cycle of denying yourself peace and ease in the experience, knowing that all that's transpired has taken place as it was meant to for all souls involved, including yourself. And now it's time for you to make a fresh start, a new beginning. And I'm being called to say, honoring the feminine essence that is your mother. And I know your mom has transitioned, and this is really what your mother wants for you. Your mother wants for you healing. And we see all that big green spiral coming in. This is the energy of healing. Nothing, um, I'm hearing that from this perspective of spirit, nothing remains hidden. Here in human form, in our experience, are things that are hidden. And deeper than that, and more important than that for our soul's evolution, is the things we hide from ourselves. And so there's an energy here of, I'm hearing like coming clean with yourself. Nothing, like there's nothing that remains unseen, is what I'm hearing. I keep hearing that. There's nothing that remains unseen. It's time to nurture the fires within you. Like, what excites you? What are you passionate about? Do more of those things, because they're going to support you in this, like on the pathway of the new beginning, like a new creative pursuit. You aligned with the divine. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Focus in. I love that that's like a masculine energy there. And this is the new beginning, Zach. It's a 10, the wheel of fortune. You completed a cycle, the wheel turns. 9 is a completion. We're wrapping up a universal 9-year, moving to the wheel of fortune, the wheel of destiny. The wheel has spun in our favor. Are you ready, willing, and able to let go of what was back there, what could have been back there, what should have been back there? It's time to let her go and begin to sow and nurture seeds of love. And the message here with this card is waiting. These moments are precious, like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy. And like the longing of a sword caress, of a sweet caress. A sword caress. Imagine getting caressed by a sword. Um, that sparkle with joy. And like the longing of a sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one, showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the seasons change. And so, what really separates the wheat from the chaff, if you will, or the spiritual warrior, the seeker from others, if you will, is the willingness to keep going, the willingness to honor the cyclical nature of things, to really align with the cyclical nature of things, and nurturing our faith and trust in the divine. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is a bright new beginning, Zach. Uh, and I feel like Scorpio season is calling you deeper into the emotional waters that live and breathe as Zach. And when you're ready, take a deep breath and lean in to the embrace of unconditional love and begin anew the journey deeper within the divine human that lives and breathes as skin. Oh, so Zach, I trust that something there resonated with you. I trust that something made sense for you there. And thank you for allowing me to tune in and connect to your energy. Zach, I always like connecting with you a lot. So thanks for showing up tonight. Anyone else? Is there anyone else here in looking for a card? Looking for a card in all the right places? Back in the 80s, Alfalfa was looking for nub in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. 12112. You are the sacred reset, magical new beginnings via the pathway of trusting the intuition in you. Oh, I love you too, Leanne. Everything was so spot on. Everything was so powerful and beautiful. Revelations and honest truth. There's really, I appreciate this powerful. Zach, it's always my pleasure to connect with you, honest to goodness. One day, perhaps we will meet in the flesh. You're not too far. You're not too far away. Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Otherwise, I may go and get a onesie on and sit outside in my zero gravity and hope to see a meteor, a shooting star. So we won't be here live at all tomorrow. Remember, Saturday is my Sunday. It's a day of rest. Limited technology. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the space. And I'm almost finished that book, The Shell Seekers. Oh my gosh. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. My sister said I'm a star. And I'm like, you don't have to be a star, baby. You know how it goes. Who's that? Marilyn Magoo. Yeah, and so I was hearing that song earlier, It's Your Love. Is that Faith Hill and Tim McGraw? I may have to go and listen to it. It kept playing over and over, like just, I don't know the whole song, but those few words kept playing over and over all day. It is. Okay. I'm going to have a listen to that. Well, everyone, this was a nice and engaging Friday night live. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the last couple weeks, I had Elaine was with me one week, and I don't think anyone was with me the previous week. So I was wondering if maybe we should just take these down to like once a month. But if there's engagement, I will keep showing up because that's what I do. That's how I continue to fill my love cup. And hopefully add a drop or two to yours as well. So with that being said, everyone, Gina, Kiva, Zach, Colleen, Leanne, thank you, Jen. Thank you all so much for being here. Marilyn McCoo, yeah, on Solid Gold, exactly. And who did she sing that with? Marilyn McCoo. It was her husband. Solid Gold. That was a good show. Thank you. I will enjoy the stargazing. We will be back here Sunday, 12/21. We'll be back here. We'll tune in to like upcoming um, energies for the week and get some intuitive messages and see what we may have on tap in store and how we can navigate it. You guys, thank you so much, honestly, again, for showing up here tonight. I've had a great time connecting with all of you. I just saw a great big blue orb over there, like Archangel Michael saying, good for you, good for all of us. We're doing it. We're still doing it. And biggest message of now is continue to cultivate the essence of soul from within and allow self-love, the love of source, to soften you as you are transformed and move into the life of your dreams, the life of sunshine and all the good things that you have ever hoped for. So, with that being said, have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you back here Sunday, early afternoon. Until next time, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up and pouring into my cup. I am currently eternally grateful. Until next time, take good care. See you tomorrow, Gina.